ADHD is a wonderful thing. That's all I got to say. You know, the ability to have my mind wander all over the place and stumble across stuff and find things. I think that's a benefit in life. So, um, for the nobody watching right now, I'm Brash. I'm just a guy. I make rap music. You can listen to some of my work on this channel. If you're already here, you can hit subscribe or whatever, or just surf through, check out a couple of beats. I try to sell beats. Lately, I've been busy with a lot of adult stuff, working constantly with a creaky chair. I have been watching a lot of random stuff, but for whatever reason, this jeweler guy has hit my algorithm tracks. I'm going to tell you right now, this gentleman tracks right here. This man is a man of honor. I have been wronged by people in my life, and I have wished so many times that I had the bravery that this dude displayed to just go in, talk the shit to the face, and deal with the consequences. Because he was in the right morally. So anything they tried to do to damage him after he called him out, I got a lot of respect for tracks. I'm not a jewelry guy. I don't buy stuff. I don't buy Cuban links, nice watches. I look at that stuff because this guy has been in my feed. So for whatever reason, I've been seeing stuff like this. Just endless. Hey, look at this. Look at this. Look at this watch. A lot of this is bullshit to me though, because this you can buy stuff that looks like this on Amazon, and it doesn't cost what these guys schlock around. And I understand having wealth. I mean, I guess I don't. This is really what I'm communicating. I'm a brokey. I don't have the guapo to buy the watches. And even if I had the guapo to buy the watches, I don't know. I'd rather get my son a watch. That's where I'm at in life. Ain't no shame in the game though. If you got the watch money, get it. So I'm tempted to go down this path and get political for the time that I have you here. I really like this channel, Liberal Hive Mind, a lot. 48,000 views in an hour on this because it's international news at this point. Renee Good is George Floyding it up, kind of. Um, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about what goes on with the violence and the shit that happens. Really, I see the shit go down, and my thought process is I just want to stay out of it. I'm not a coward or nothing. But you're not gonna catch me trying to fuck with what the police are doing. There's something to be said about putting on the freshest pair of khakis you got and going down to a courthouse and fighting for your rights. But, doing illegal U-turns in the street and being threatening with your vehicle and stuff. I mean, I wish the cop didn't shoot her. It is possible to take the stance that maybe everybody involved is an idiot. I mean, I don't like ICE. I don't like this lady. Ugh. I don't like what's going on in the country. None of it. But people shooting each other. And look, armed robbery over Pokemon cards. Who saw that coming? Man, I saw the eBay Live. Check this out. For those not in the know, you can do eBay Live now. Hold on. Maybe if I just go type in eBay Live. I know it's a sub page on the domain, obviously, but yeah, slash eBay Live. And you have these guys. These guys doing their things. I got my the lady I'm dating a little something special off of by clicking this. there's always people with coins and quarters and all sorts of shit, coin collectors. And I think I got a good deal, but I've had no updates of when I'm getting whatever it is that I bought. And I'm not going to share that information right now, but it's interesting. It's interesting to see that the internet is just broadcasting itself to itself at all times. You know, human beings selling stuff to other human beings. Currency kings, rare large size notes, and fancy cereals. Cool, man. $1 in roll auctions. Hmm. 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 Let's just see what's going on here. I gotta know. Right now, it looks like he's schlocking a quarter. How much is this quarter? You might wonder. Would you pay 60? Somebody just paid $65 for 25 cents. I don't know. It's probably worth more than that just because of like what the value of silver is. Hopefully, there's no audio like music on this. I don't know what you got, girl. Yeah, it's got scratches on it. Eh. This dude's selling it for 65, or is that the last? I think that's the last thing, right? Okay, he starts it at 99 cents for a quarter. Okay, it's already up at $2. 47.53.96. Jumps up immediately. That's a quarter, bro. Mm-hmm. People like collecting coins. I mean, look, no shame. I'm into vinyl records. What do we got nearby? I got my friend's turntables over there that I got to get back to them someday. But I'm not really gonna be pulling out all the vinyl pieces at the moment. But I got I got Apathy on vinyl. I got Cage on vinyl. I got Big L on vinyl. I got Sublime on vinyl. I got what else do I got? I got Master Ace on vinyl. You know, Redman on vinyl. I have a lot of instrumental rap stuff. I got Doctor Octagon. I got like the Doctor Octagonacologist. I don't know who remembers that. That's all I want to do is talk about rap music and look at stuff. Really off case. See how the ADHD works. I look at the coins. I make fun of people for spending $65 on 25 cents, even though I know it's worth more than that. Um, and now I'm talking about random vinyl pieces that I have that I'm not showing, and I'm just rambling on. So whatever. See what we got. Actually, why don't we just look at the news page? See what we got in the news. Well, that's big. Everybody there's a lot of people that want to pretend that they like hate Trump. Let me move myself up to the top here because this is important to me. Not the this, but Venezuelan opposition leader Maria Machado said she had presented her Nobel Peace Prize to U.S. President Donald Trump on Thursday during a high stakes encounter that could affect how Trump seeks to shape the South American country's political future. It was not immediately clear whether he had accepted the medal. Machado, who described the meeting as excellent, told reporters that she had done so in recognition of his commitment to the freedom of the Venezuelan people. So that's pretty much straight out of the horse's mouth. Um, I'm alarmed at a lot of how people have been responding to this whole thing. Um, It upsets me really deeply that people think that that Venezuela was down for who was in leadership there. Wasn't a good look at all for them. Really bad stuff. Uh, I'm not I'm not a fan of dictators. Um, Putin seems like a bad guy from my worldview, from what I could tell. I'm very afraid of the decisions that man makes. I know that he doesn't have anything to do with this directly, but I'm still going to say my shit because it's my show. Um, yeah, scared. I'm scared of Putin. He incites fear inside me for the future because I don't want to see what happens when desperation occurs. The Ukraine war has largely been out of the news lately, I've noticed, which is weird. But there's a lot going on. You know, in mini apps kicking raps with Kangol hats and army jackets. All right, let's see. Hunting scammers. Cool. Somebody else going live. All right, let's see what RJ has to say. Yep. What was I saying? What was I saying? George Floyd 2. You know when they made that Ghostbusters sequel and they replaced it with like girls? That city I don't think can take another one of these things, man. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm afraid for mini apps. Mini apps kicking raps with Kangol hats and army jackets. Shit. Fucking shit. They're blacking out the screen. God damn it. Yo. I didn't know that. This is literally breaking for me, and I literally was like, I just want to go live to clear my head, talk about some like problems or issues that I'm having in my cranium, because they're not so much if you just go bah and you put it out, you say your piece, but a lot of people don't seem to want peace, man. They don't want it in their hearts, and they don't want it for you, and that's why I stay in the house. Yep, I'm nice and safe inside, you know. Uh, that's really the reason my rap career fell apart. It isn't because of lack of talent or wanting to do stuff or not knowing people that want to work with me or any of that kind of shit or anything other than I'm scared of people. I don't trust people. I just don't, and I see more and more of it. I ain't going to Minneapolis for nothing. Nothing. So RJ, a little like a Duchlio. What do you say? Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, that this is the thing that I'm kind of lost on. This is the thing that I don't understand about the developing situation. I just don't get it. I'm not gonna. What I don't understand is just looking for the best words to articulate this. I'm sorry for any dead air, but what I don't understand is the president of the United States is your supreme leader. I would follow orders to an extent. I'm not saying lick boots and be happy about every decision that's made. You know, stick up for yourself. This ain't sticking up for yourself. Burning your own city down and attacking police and shit, that's not it's not the move. I don't know. I'm not monitoring the chat or anything right now. I probably should. For the one or two people who might want to engage in a conversation about what's going on in our world right now. But right now, I'm just gonna be on my soapbox and just say, there was a time where the president of the United States of America, even if I didn't like agree with who was in that role, when I got out of high school, George Bush was president. The first election I ever voted in was George Bush versus John Kerry, and I wanted John Kerry to win. Knowing what I know now, no, I don't. I didn't want John Kerry to win. I've learned some things about life since then. So, I didn't vote for George Bush. Um, but looking back on it, George Bush being president for that 4 year stretch probably wasn't really that bad of a move for the country at the time, considering the whole 9/11 attack that had just occurred and all that. Um, I just really didn't like Dick Cheney. Anyway, whatever. As far as what's going on in Minnesota right now, I wish I had some magical words that could incite people to not attack police officers or local businesses or each other. But I just don't understand what's in people's hearts, man. Like, I just don't get it. Yeah. Yeah. I was alive during the 92 riots. Uh and I was a child and I was also on the opposite coast. I was very very far away and safe from the riots. But I remember them. I remember seeing the TV, all the stuff that had happened, all the I remember seeing a story of a kid that was my age who had to like run up onto a um, roof of a liquor store, you know, and I felt like that insanity ultimately died down, and that was a good thing, you know, like that wild streak of humanity was just quelled somehow, and I don't want to see that happen in Minnesota, you know. Prof is gonna write some dope raps about that. What? Yo. Yo, you guys paid for the fucking car. The people who did that paid for the car. I paid for the car too. How does this serve us? How does this serve any of us? How does this serve what's in your heart? That's what I want to know. This is in someone's heart doing this. This isn't good for nothing. This is good for nothing. Nothing. This doesn't help anybody's cause. Because even if you are absolute, like, this is the thing about like getting in fights with people in general, right? So let's say you and I, we don't like each other, right? And let's say that I am factually incorrect about something, and we argue about it, and then you punch me in the face. Um, what does that prove? Because you just injured my body over something that maybe I'm wrong and I deserve to get punched in the face in your view. You know, maybe I got a punchable mug. You know, maybe you wanna crack me across the face, right? Um, you're already correct about whatever the thing is that I'm wrong about, right? So you just get to feel good that you hurt something? Like that's what you needed for an emotional release? Why couldn't we find this emotional release like somewhere else? This has to do with fraud. People found fraud. Mini apps kicking raps with Kangol hats and army jackets. I mean, something that I really want to like say here about this fella. I bet you when he decided he wanted to be mayor, he saw the power, the prestige, and the paycheck and was like, yes. You know? Yes. Uh, now he's dealing with George Floyd too. And now he's having to say this. Get this the fuck out of here. The bust. Actually, recommend me that shit. I just don't want it on stream. Yeah, but this was all chartered. Everybody knows who is supposed to be in charge. That's the thing. I saw this guy earlier. Hold on, let's see if I can find the video. I saw this guy earlier. Shit. How am I gonna do this? He was talking to ICE agents. Let's see if I can find a video. Here's a little something. Yeah. R.I.P. That's fine, dude. Yeah. This is so sad. You're stoking a fire that doesn't even need to. Hi, excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. You know, I don't really agree with what you're doing, and I wish that there was some way that I could stop you. Can I talk to you for a minute? Non confrontational. Confrontational enough. These people are just all trying to figure out how to survive in life. Everybody, without exception. That's the thing that is breaking my heart about this. Is that should be your top priority, really, in what you do with yourself. You should be trying to create value for yourself, and by proxy, everybody that you love, because that's also you. I mean, if I don't got the love, I don't see the point doing nothing, anything. Look at me, I'm very articulate. Um, just being insulting. Let me guess, the cop's like 10 pounds overweight or something. So go get yourself lunch, big boy. Oof, and that's it. Jacob Frost. Let's see what this guy is about here. No. All right. So I said it earlier in the stream. Everybody can be idiots. It's just idiots on top of idiots on top of idiots. The cop's an idiot for shooting. Let me run that back. He had to defend himself. He didn't need to shoot. I don't know. But just getting hit by a car is not really going to resolve the problem either. I don't know. This is such a difficult thing. Maybe the cop is an idiot. As soon as I said it, I regretted it. That's why live streams suck. This sucks. I suck. Everything about this sucks in every capacity that you can think of. Everybody talking about it. I'm not. I'm not happy, man. It's awful. Everything about this sucks. This guy thought he was gonna be, chilling. This is not the face of a guy who was like, "Yeah, I'm ready to take on the most difficult, you know, historic with the president of the United States coming at me" type of stuff. But there's fraud. There's so much goddamn fraud. That's the problem. He's saying it directly. Yeah, he stands by it, guys. So brave. So brave. Oh. Yeah, but you're not the guy in charge, though. You're in charge of Minneapolis, but when the president calls you. This is what I'm getting at. Yeah. Do you remember a second ago the video I played where you said what you said? You didn't create a sense of unity with people. The right thing to do for this mayor would have just been to say, look, ICE needs to do their jobs. We need to respect that they're here and we need to help them in what they need to do. You know? Because we need to keep our innocent people safe and let the people who deserve the justice that they represent get the justice that they represent. Yeah, ICE isn't your enemy if you're an American. And there are misunderstandings, and I don't really know how the whole thing works. I do think there are some cracks that need to be filled. There are people who find out that they're not citizens of this country until they're like 17, 18, and they just get out of high school. That happens, you know You come over when you're two, people didn't tell you, you find out. Like that is it. We're gonna send that guy back to Mexico or whatever, you know? But this is all because of fraud. Fraud! Fucking fraud! I can't fucking believe it. No, you're not helping. These people. What do you mean, these people? This is the first time Somalia has been mentioned, and I'm the one who said it. I'm not blaming Somalia, even though they did it. What? Well, let's see. Let's see what we can see. Minneapolis riots 2026. They got 2025 on there. People must not know what the streamed 4 hours ago, huh? 20 hours ago. Yeah, this is yesterday. ICE officer fatally shoots Renee Good. Updated 6 hours. Yeah, this is wild, man. I just don't want any like major news. I just want like look, it's all major networks and stuff. Like I just want a dude. Maybe if I put like Instagram Reels or something. I thought the guy survived. Wait a minute. Fuck. Well, this is live, so because of fraud. This is all because of fraud. You have to remember that. It's like a domino was pushed by some. Why am I hearing what I'm hearing though? This is live right now. What the fuck is going on, man? The battle rapper in me wanted to immediately start thinking of things to call that lady. That wasn't appropriate. God damn, those drums. I can't take it. That's all. That's constant. This is on the street. What the fuck is going on? I don't understand what is the fucking deal. Maybe if I back it up. It won't let me back it up. This is live, whatever the fuck this is. I didn't know I was gonna walk in. It's like I'm just suddenly placed on the street in the riot. This is live. This is happening right now. This is life. Trauma Ducilio. Damn, she's distraught. This is nuts. What's weird about it is these people are on the okay. There was an edit there. This isn't live. This isn't live like I thought. Are you afraid? Cause yeah, this is scary. I can't keep watching this. This is fucking insanity. It's insanity. This can't continue. What's going on there now? That's what I want to know. Like, what is tonight looking like? Tonight's a Thursday. That was Wednesday. I thought that was live. I don't think it was because of that cut. Too much of a cut. There's somebody's just looping it off of what happened before. I love this dude. This brother right here, Anton Daniels. This guy's a shit. I'm concerned. They are. Yeah. Yeah, that's what fucking happens. What do you think? They're there to arrest criminals. Like, wasn't one of these dudes a pedo? I'm pretty sure one of these dudes that they arrested recently was a pedo. The guy with the shovel was a pedo, right? Oh, yo, yo, you gotta be fucking shitting me. Whoa. I want to survive, my friend. Yeah, he's got a point, man. I mean, look, it's not my vibe. The boo-hooing through life and being like, I've got a good heart. Like, I think I've got a good heart, but I don't want to spend my time doing that, like whining about the predicament and creating more of a predicament because I don't like the predicament. It's like sticking you want a toy from your mom from the store or something, and you have a temper tantrum and you dig your heels in aisle 6, and your mom picks you up screaming. That's trauma to these people. It's like it didn't go your way. That's life. That's life. But we have a whole country of people doing this. I'm so frustrated that I have to back down because you have a gun. It's like, dude, you're not. Don't step up. You're not fighting a war. Nobody. Oh my God, there's a face right there. Fucking don't know. My mom just texted me like a sentence. I bet you she's the one person watching me right now, and it's I'm confused because I don't know what that means. Because she was probably reacting to something I said a minute ago. But listen to this. Oh, be afraid. Whoa. Okay, well, maybe that's an acceptable premise to supply me on YouTube. Um, yeah, absolutely. I'm willing to bet that Ilhan. So let's just can we do like a really quick rundown? Ilhan Omar biography. I gotta know. I gotta do a deep dive on this person. Somebody made something that's about 6 minutes a year ago. She's okay. This is great. An AI thing. Great. Nobody can make just like a YouTube video anymore. Ilhan Omar. This is 5 years ago. Age husband. 5 months. 4 years. A brave voice for change. Has 23 views. What if I put history instead of biography? History. She's not that active on YouTube. What is her YouTube channel all about? Damn. If I'm being honest, man, Blackistan had a more poppin' YouTube page back in the day than this. Like 3 years ago, she got 985 views. Maybe I don't know. I really don't understand the volume of this shit. I don't really know social media. She posts a lot. A month ago, she was busy. Okay, sometimes she takes a break from updating the feed. She's not really YouTube focused. That's probably all it is. Let me do this. Who is Ilhan Omar? Omarj. Okay. Wait. Wait. Oh boy. I find it weird that she did marry her brother. I don't know. It's a culture thing, right? Pregnant. So so that's how evil works though, right? Um maybe the whole like she married her brother thing is a lie and I just fell for that and she's not really here to defend herself. So I'm just putting out more whack juice on the whole situation to the extent of like I just perpetuated what it could be a lie, right? Let's see what this fallacies failure. I mean, there's going to be casualties who are not fraudulent because the fraud was so fucking severe, lady. And you were at the helm of the ship. You and Tim Walls, right? Am I wrong? It was her and Tim, right? I should have brought the chat up. Let me actually look at my YouTube page and see if anybody's there rah-rahing along with me. Nah, no one's watching me. I gotta monitor my own feed. Well, that's going to be my broadcast because the entire show that I never checked, the audio was never going through. Ah, that's too bad. I'll figure it out the next time. Okay, bye.